Hola, buenas tardes. We are in Hyde Park in Chicago, Southside Chicago. This is where I'm staying. I might walk to South Loop, which is about 2 hours, at least the way I walk slow. I am gonna go there through Bronzeville. That way, there's the University of Chicago Library, there's the Smart Art Museum, there's the DuSable African American Museum, 56 and Cottage Grove. And then that way, you have Bronzeville to the left, and Muhammad Ali's former home is actually not far from here. This is 54th, so if you go straight to 50th Street to the right, to Woodlawn Avenue, that's where he used to live.
The so-called Negroes go 10,000 miles away from home here in America to drop bombs and bullets on other innocent brown people.
Do you share the same concern that Muhammad has for his draft status?
Oh, I certainly do. My views on the draft are very clear. I'm against it. And I think the sooner our country does away with the draft, the better it will be for everybody.
And he came here after he was dethroned from his boxing. Is it medals? What's even dethroning means? That whole thing is a shame, actually. The fact that they took away his championship, like him being exiled from the boxing ring, being dethroned of his championship or his titles as the greatest, makes me laugh, because for a war U.S. had no reason to be in and lost. They wanted people to fight, especially black people to fight. The shamelessness is just blunt.
It has been said that I have two alternatives: either go to jail or go to the army. But I would like to say that there is another alternative, and that alternative is justice.
My conscience won't let me go shoot my brother or some poor hungry people in the mud for big powerful America and shoot them for what? They never called me nigger.
This is former home of Muhammad Ali. He moved to Southside Chicago to be closer to Elijah Muhammad, the founder of the Nation of Islam. I think they call those years he lived here. I think he lived here for about 10 years, his exile years. And he was learning about Islam. So yeah, we're in Hyde Park. This is Woodlawn Avenue and 50th Street. Last year, 2020, I discovered Southside. I've been to Chicago before, but mostly downtown, North Side. But then last year I ended up living in Calumet Heights off of 92nd Street and fell in love with Southside and the community of Southside and the way they treated me and just the history, and started exploring, reading more about it. And also I had read quite a bit about Bronzeville. I've been a big fan of Ida B. Wells and her work, so that's how it all started.
Wells became a leader in anti-lynching and essentially almost invented it, I would say, because of a sort of terrible personal experience she had. It was a terrible lynching in Memphis in which 3 black men were killed. Wells is out of town when this happens, and she comes back to find black people fleeing Memphis, her friend Thomas dead along with 2 other men. She ended up in New York and led what was basically sort of the first anti-lynching campaign, where she identified lynching as a crime.
She fled to Chicago, where she emerged as a radical black leader and became an inspiration to a new generation.
Black Lives Matter is addressing the same issues that Ida B. Wells took up in the 1880s and 90s.
This is Bronzeville. This right here was Richard Wright's home. He wrote The Native Son and Black Boy, or at least those are the 2 books I read. From 1929 to 1932, celebrated author Richard Wright effectively began his professional literary career writing his first novel, Love Today, Native Son and Black Boy, from his life experience in Chicago This is Drexel. MLK Drive has the former homes of people like my fave, Ida B. Wells, who else lived on MLK Drive. At some point, the owner of Chicago Defender, the African-American newspaper, which was, I think, one of the most prominent ones at the time, lived on MLK Drive. These are underground boulevards. But yeah, this is South Side.